What's up, guys? So what is anxiety? This term is thrown around a lot, but it's important to really understand anxiety in order for you to get over it, handle it, manage it, recover, all that good stuff. So what is anxiety? There's many different definitions out there, but I'm going to give you mine, all right? My little personal made definition for you guys. You're lucking out here. You're getting some really cool stuff. No. But anyways, let's get right into it. My definition would be anxiety is a mental state where there's uncertainty, uneasiness, or fear about something that's real or imagined. I'll go over that one more time so you can really grasp onto that. It's a mental state where there's uneasiness, uncertainty, or fear about something real or imagined. I'm going to give you some examples of this. Your anxiety can be over something that's actually happening or something that you're manifesting in your mind. Of course, the worse that you do this, the more likely you are to have certain anxiety disorders. Anxiety is very broad, so that has to be broken down into various disorders, conditions. Of course, because you have anxiety at times does not mean you have a disorder. So there'll be health anxiety, there'll be social anxiety, generalized anxiety. There's so many different types. And then there's things like depression, agoraphobia, hypochondria, cyberchondria. There's a million different kinds of anxiety disorders that have been used to categorize the general anxious feelings that you get. So where it comes to real or imagined, an example of this is, I'm imagining symptoms. I'm fearing a disease that I don't actually have. An example of something real would be actually having a disease, or you have a family member that's got some type of sickness and it's really stressing you out, or you're under a lot of stress at work or at school. Those are real things, but it can also be imagined, making this fear grow when it's actually not, there's nothing actually present happening to really fear it. And it's important to understand this because we have to understand how anxiety works, and anxiety is mainly driven by fear. Sure, I think maybe 15% of anxiety is just uneasiness or uncertainty, but I think 85 or 90% of it is fear-driven. For instance, if you go to the grocery store and you have your kids with you and they're bickering or arguing, or, I have really young children, so they'll get upset if they can't have a toy or candy and they'll start crying. And I get stressed out, when that happens. But I'm not just stressed out because they're crying or uneasy because of their crying. They can get over it, right? Or I'm going to give them a spanking when I get home, or I'm going to punish them for it. But I have this fear of what other people think. There's an underlying fear there, okay? And that's what makes my anxiety bad. So just a little example for you guys, just a way to understand anxiety better. It can be real, it can be imagined, it can be uncertainty, uneasiness, but mainly it's an underlying fear of something. That fear of having a disease if you have health anxiety. That fear of what people are going to think of you, or how you're going to communicate with others when you have that social anxiety. Generalized anxiety is just more so the everyday type of anxiety, but magnified. So yeah, the uneasiness, uncertainty, but definitely there's fear there. And there's fear that lies in with uneasiness and uncertainty. So that's why I think fear is one of the things that drives anxiety, especially if you have an anxiety disorder. That's why it's so hard to get over it, and it takes a long time. It's because fear really drives humans. That's in our nature, unfortunately. That's just kind of how things are. There are a select few out there that, they're not afraid of anything, and I'm jealous of them. You can become like that, but, fear is just a state of mind, so remember that. The only thing you should fear is fear itself. We've all heard that kind of cliche quote, but it speaks a lot of volume and a lot of truth, so just something to think about. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're joining that Facebook group down below. We're growing each and every day. We're getting close to, I think, 900 members, so you're going to get a lot of help for any type of anxiety disorder. Become a patron down below. I have that. There's many rewards, things like session times, access to my photos, Q&A videos, extra behind the scenes things that I do during the day and with my family. There's a lot of cool stuff. You can get in for $1, as cheap as $1. So it goes towards the channel, supports me in the channel, so it helps everything out. Make sure that you're joining my Twitter, my Snapchat, and my Instagram down below as well. Got a lot of cool things going on there. Also, we have an anxiety store down below. It's going to have a lot of extra resources for those of you who are really having trouble and wanting to, go that extra step to defeat anxiety. A lot of books and workbooks, multivitamins, certain vitamins and things that you need, to help you get over with anxiety. Trying to figure out if I'm leaving anything out. Make sure you like this video if you got any value out of it, please. And also subscribe if you haven't. Hit that notification bell so you get updates whenever I have my videos, and leave me a comment down below. I want to know what your personal definition of anxiety is. Also, let me know I made it, okay? Let me know if you watched the whole video through. Curious to know who those subscribers are. Maybe you'll get a little bit of extra attention. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and tune in next time.